Imagine diving into the crystal clear waters off the coast of Japan and stumbling upon what looks like the ruins of an ancient city. Stone steps, massive platforms, sharp corners carved into bedrock, all lying silently beneath the waves. Some believe it's just a natural rock formation. Others, they think it's the missing piece of human history. Welcome to the mystery of the underwater pyramids near Yonaguni Island, a discovery that has stunned the scientific community, baffled archaeologists, and sparked debates that rage on to this day. In 1986, off the southern coast of Japan's Yonaguni Island, a local diver named Kihachiro Aratake was exploring the waters in search of a new diving spot. What he found instead would ignite one of the biggest archaeological mysteries of the modern age. Beneath him, about 25 meters underwater, lay an enormous stone structure, one that didn't look natural at all. Massive flat terraces, perfect 90-degree angles, steps carved as if by a skilled hand. At first it seemed impossible, but this wasn't a lone rock. It stretched nearly 165 feet long and over 65 feet wide, like the base of a sunken pyramid. Word of the discovery spread fast. Scientists, divers, and journalists rushed to Yonaguni to see it for themselves. The formation, dubbed the Yonaguni Monument, quickly became a topic of intense fascination. Some claimed it was the ruins of a long-lost civilization, perhaps even older than the Egyptian pyramids. Others dismissed it as nothing more than a natural geological formation shaped by centuries of earthquakes and water erosion. But even among skeptics, one thing was clear. This structure was unlike anything found beneath the ocean before. What exactly was discovered under Yonaguni's waters? It wasn't just one structure. Divers mapped out a sprawling complex, a huge staircase-like platform with flat terraces and defined edges, a stone road, and what appeared to be pillars and archways. One section even resembled an amphitheater. Some stones looked like they had been neatly cut and stacked, suggesting intelligent design rather than natural erosion. The largest structure was dubbed the main terrace, an immense rectangular platform with perfectly horizontal steps rising up like a ziggurat. The sheer scale and precision of the layout stunned even seasoned geologists. But here's where the mystery deepens. There are no written records, no artifacts, no historical references that explain who might have built it or when. If this monument was man-made, it must be tens of thousands of years old, and that presents a massive problem. According to mainstream archaeology, no known civilization capable of creating such advanced stonework existed in Japan or anywhere else in the world that long ago. In fact, the last time sea levels were low enough to expose that area would have been around 10,000 years ago, long before the rise of cities or pyramids. This time gap is what makes Yonaguni such a hotbed of controversy. Some researchers, like Japanese professor Masaki Kimura, firmly believe the monument is the work of an ancient human civilization. Kimura has spent over 15 years diving and studying the site. He's identified what he believes are carvings, tools, and even a face etched into the stone. According to him, the structures were likely created when the area was above sea level, before being swallowed by the ocean at the end of the last ice age. In his view, Yonaguni is evidence of an ancient culture, possibly one that predates all known history. But not everyone agrees. Many geologists argue that the Yonaguni Monument is a natural formation caused by tectonic activity and erosion. They point to the island's sandstone and mudstone composition, which naturally fractures into rectangular shapes. Strong currents, underwater earthquakes, and thousands of years of water movement could have shaped the rock into the appearance of stairs, platforms, and terraces. To them, the mystery isn't a city, it's a geological illusion. The debate has grown so intense that Yonaguni has become a battleground between mainstream scientists and alternative theorists. Sorna even suggests it could be linked to lost civilizations like Lemuria or Atlantis. While those theories are often dismissed by academic circles, the sheer lack of definitive answers has kept them alive in public imagination. After all, how do you explain the complex layout, the apparent symmetry, and the architectural features that seem too precise to be natural? And if these really are the remains of a man-made city, what happened to the people who built it? This leads us to one of the most fascinating aspects of the Yonaguni discovery. the possibility that it could rewrite history. If proven to be artificial, it would push back the timeline of human civilization by thousands of years. It would suggest that an advanced culture once lived, thrived, and then vanished without a trace long before Mesopotamia, Egypt, or the Indus Valley. The implications are enormous. Textbooks would need to be rewritten. The story of human development would need a brand new chapter 1 that includes a lost chapter beneath the waves. Adding to the mystery is the lack of any other supporting evidence. No tools, no bones, no inscriptions, nothing you'd expect from a human settlement. Critics argue that without artifacts, it's impossible to prove the site was ever inhabited or built by people. But supporters point out that if the structures were submerged more than 10,000 years ago, erosion and marine life could have destroyed or buried any surface-level items. They also suggest we haven't explored the area thoroughly enough. What lies buried under centuries of sediment could still hold the answers. In recent years, new technologies like underwater LiDAR and 3D scanning have brought renewed interest to the site. Detailed models of the monument reveal just how intricate and well-defined the shapes really are. Researchers continue to analyze the angles, patterns, and layout to determine whether they're too precise to be natural. Meanwhile, divers and documentarians continue to film the site, sharing new footage that further blurs the line between geology and ancient architecture. One of the more recent theories suggests that even if the monument began as a natural formation, ancient humans may have modified it, carving, shaping, and enhancing the natural structure to serve as a ceremonial or religious site. This idea could bridge the gap between skeptics and believers. After all, ancient cultures often build upon natural landmarks, turning caves, cliffs, and mountains into temples and tombs. If Yonaguni was modified in a similar way, it might not be a lost city, but it could still represent one of the earliest examples of monumental architecture in human history. Yet despite all the exploration, we're still left with more questions than answers. Who were the people who might have built it? Where did they go? Why did they disappear? And perhaps the biggest question of all, what else lies hidden beneath the oceans, waiting to be discovered? The Yonaguni Monument continues to draw visitors, divers, scientists, and conspiracy theorists alike. It's become more than just a rock formation. It's a symbol of how much we still don't know about our past. For every expert who dismisses it, there's another who believes it holds the key to unlocking an ancient truth. And maybe that's why it's so captivating. In an age of satellites, digital archives, and instant information, Yonaguni reminds us that the Earth still holds secrets, some right beneath our feet or just a few meters below the surface. The deeper you dive into Yonaguni, the more it feels like a real-life Atlantis, not because it fits the exact description, but because it represents the same idea, a lost world, hidden beneath the sea, challenging everything we thought we knew about human history. Whether it turns out to be natural or man-made, Yonaguni pushes us to keep asking, to keep exploring, and to keep questioning the limits of our understanding. And so we're left with a haunting possibility. What if history is far older, far stranger, and far more complex than we ever imagined? What if entire civilizations have risen and fallen, leaving behind only silent stone whispers beneath the ocean? Could Yonaguni be proof that we've only scratched the surface of human history? Or is it simply nature playing tricks on our imagination? The ocean keeps its secrets well, but the story of Yonaguni is far from over. If you found this mystery as fascinating as we did, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more deep dives into unsolved discoveries, ancient history, and secrets hiding in plain sight. Got a theory about Yonaguni? Drop it in the comments. We'd love to hear what you think. And if you want to explore more jaw-dropping discoveries, make sure to check out our next video. Trust us, you won't believe what's coming next.